Here he's got his eyes on the target. We can also look at his ball grip. He's got those fingers well spread, and he's actually got his left hand a little bit lower and his right hand a little bit higher, which a lot of players are doing. So from here, let's watch him push the ball out. So as he pushes it out and gets it to the apex of the lift, you'll see this balance arm come off. Okay, so that's really clear. From here, you can see the position of the ball, or what we like to teach, getting it on that horizontal plane. Now, something that we've been teaching lately is to say, look down at those laces, because those laces are very easy to see. And then from here, we want you to not see the laces. So snap that wrist down, and then you can't see the laces. So he's lengthening that arm down and snapping that wrist to get the ball in an ideal position. Look at that balance arm as he loses control, okay, up close to that 90 degrees, which is awesome. Also, let's have a look how he keeps his eyes in the kick, okay, so still in the kick, and a really large follow through. Okay, let's have a look at Gary Rowan's kick. You can clearly see there a nice spread of fingers. He's running one on the back and 1, 2, 3, 4 on the front panel, so that's what we like to teach as well. From here, pushing the ball out, so he's got plenty of space and he's got a nice flexed arm, okay, and you can also see that the ball is on that nice horizontal type plane there. So if you look at that ball angle, okay, that's looking good there. You can also see that that balance arm is going to come off and his eyes are fixed on the ball as that's happening. From here, there's that position there. He's going to push that ball down, okay, and as he loses control, you can see that that whole ball is clearly below his waist, okay. From here, okay, leg right back, contact, ball is upright and slightly forwards, okay, so that's exactly what we want. And the lower leg is close to vertical as it contacts. And then we get a nice follow through and firm foot, and look at that fluency through the footy. This is how we want to teach it. So you can see here he's got a nice flex guide arm. What I want you to watch here is what happens to that guide arm. It's nice and flexed, and watch what happens. Okay, now it's fully lengthened out. So it's gone from that slightly flexed to fully lengthened. He's lost control of the ball there, and the ball is totally under the waist. So that's what we want to aim for. We also want to look at that position there of the ball, horizontal plane, and the balance arm is coming off and the eyes are firmly fixed on the ball. Okay, so he's doing everything we like to teach. From here, look at that wrist. The wrist is pointing this way, and then he's going to push the ball down. So watch this action. Okay, bang, and he's pushing the ball down onto his boot. From here, look at all that stored energy in his backswing. And then we look at the contact phase, bang, look at that firm foot there. That's awesome in an upright and slightly forward ball. From here, nice leg swing to hip level. Beautiful. All right, how do AFL players kick so far? Well, they give themselves room and they allow their leg in their backswing to store energy and get through the footy. That's number one. Number two, their hip is in extension and the quadricep is a long way back, and this allows the leg to get through with power. Number three, the knee is in flexion. So you can see here that the knee is in flexion. Most people can get it to about 90, but you can see he's at about 70 there somewhere, okay? Number four is that once they contact the ball, I want you to look at the explosion he gets off the ground, okay? And the momentum he generates through the footy. So he's creating a lot of force off the ground. And finally, number five, look at that leg swing, okay? He's getting that leg right through the footy and generating a lot of power. Well done, Gary Rowan. All right, quick look at Jack Graham. Number one, look at that ball position. Okay, so he's getting the ball on a horizontal plane. His arm is slightly flexed. His balance arm is coming off, and his eyes are on the footy. Okay, from here, he's pushing that ball down. I would like to see him lengthen this arm out a little bit more, but he still gets the ball in a really good position. And this is what we want to look at. Look at that firm foot there. Okay, so it's a really hard foot. And you can see there that the toe's pointing down, and it's a really firm foot. So that's something that one of the most important things when we're kicking. We also want to have a look at that ball position. It is upright and slightly forwards, okay? And then the final thing that I want to look at is that what foot does he land on? He lands on his kick foot and he gets momentum to the footy. So that tells me he's doing a bit of a lower kick to one of his teammates, okay? So landing on that kick foot, I'd love you to try that. All right, here we have Patrick Cripps, Carlton skipper. Have a look at his ball lift. It is horizontal. it is at chest level. So he is doing all the things we like to teach. The balance arm is coming off easy because the ball is lifted to chest level and it just pops off nice and easy there. So look at that ball position, look at the balance arm coming off, and his eyes are firmly fixed on the ball. Let's have a look at his balance arm here as the ball loses contact. So he's starting to lose contact here. The balance arm is up and at 90 degrees. His eyes are firmly fixed on the ball. Now the ball drop. Eyes are still fixed on the ball at contact. Now have a look at the balance arm. It is pointing towards the target. So this is pointing directly towards his target, okay? And he's got a nice firm foot and he's delivered the ball. But the main thing we wanted to look at was that there, the ball at horizontal and to chest level. Patrick Cripps.